Hi guys, this video is about smart hydration. So what I have seen in past, so many people run long distances and do ride longer, but they don't know the science behind hydration and they are cramped, they can't run a mile and they have a lot more to do in their training runs and race. So this presentation is all about hydration, how you should be hydrating, especially people who are training in colder environments and going down in hot and humid environment to run a race. It plays very crucial role how you hydrate yourself, how you nourish your body in your training runs and on race day. So guys, how to stay hydrated? Is it important? First of all, during exercise, your blood volume can shrink up to 10 to 20%. So, if it's hot and humid and you are not having enough fluids, your blood becomes thicker and your heart is working a lot hard than you are sitting because you are exercising. Thicker blood makes it hard for your heart to pump that blood into the working muscle and to remove the waste material out of that muscle. Proper hydration maintains blood circulation, so blood will be circulated down to the muscles nicely if the water is thin. Uh, Thermoregulatory function, that means body is heated up due to exertion, and water will help in cooling down your body and facilitates normal nerve and muscle activity. So you will stay focused. Your muscle will work nicely if you are well hydrated. Sensation of thirst normally coincides with 1% of dehydrated state. That's a very important point. When you feel thirsty, your body is already in a dehydrated state. So practice and try to make a point that you keep sipping water throughout your run and ride without feeling the thirst. So before you feel the thirst, you start sipping water. If your body weight is down by 2%, that means you are severely dehydrated, your performance will go down, you will feel cramps and aches throughout your body, you will start cramping badly, and there is a possibility of getting a heat illness, a stroke, or you can just faint down on the ground. And it's a very bad state. 2% of body weight, if your body loses while exercise, that's dehydration, that's not fat loss. If you lose 1% of blood, so suppose we have 5 liters of blood, you lose 1% of blood in your while you're exercising and your heart rate is already up high. So if I'm running my best pace, my heart rate is already touching my max, like 85 to 90%. If my blood becomes thick, it becomes hard for my heart. I'm repeating it again and again because this causes many severe medical conditions when you're doing an endurance activity. We have seen so many cardiac arrests in marathons and endurance events. So if your body is already exerting so much of pressure on your heart because you are exercising and you are not hydrating properly, it will again thicken your blood and it will increase your heart rate by 3 to 5 beats per minute, and your heart is not able to pump that much blood quickly into your body, and that will increase the rate of perceived exertion. Suppose you are running at a pace of 7, which is comfortable for you. If you are dehydrated, the pace of 8 will be hard for you. So that means you are not pushing yourself, but you will feel that you are pushing yourself to the 100%, but you are unable to take up the pace, and that will also impair the mental function. So you will be mentally hazed out, like you will not see things properly, you will not perceive things properly, you will miss out the directions. Many things can happen just because of dehydration in your body. During exercise, average adult sweats about zero point 0.5 liters to 1.5 liters of water, whereas athletes can sweat up to 2.5 liters per hour. So if you are a recreational athlete, you might lose up to 1.5 liters of water every hour if you sweat a lot. 2.5 liters is huge, and elites do sweat that much, but they keep a tab of hydration well in advance, and they know their sport. They know how to hydrate themselves for that much of activity. The truth is, body cannot replace the fluids at the rate it's lost during the activity when the sweat rates are high. So suppose you have trained in colder environment and you are having 500 ml of water for your 1 hour of activity, and you go down, you race in hot and humid environment, you will lose more water definitely, but you are unable to replace that much of fluid as fast as you are losing it. So you will lose some body weight definitely, but staying close as much as possible is very important. Suppose I am losing 1 liter of water for 1 hour of activity, I must take 700 750 grams of water for that hour. So that's very important. Achieve your 100% hydration prior to exercise and attempt to hydrate in best possible way and avoid dehydration state, that is 2% of body weight lost. So on Saturday, if you are running on Sunday, you need to be well hydrated on Saturday. You need to be well hydrated before you start your run or your ride, and you should be sipping water or your rehydration solution throughout the run. Next is rehydration. How you rehydrate yourself. So up to 60 minutes, water is good to go unless you are performing a high intensity exercise, HIIT, intervals, tempo runs, or fast pace running or cycling, or you are doing hill repeats, then you need something else like electrolyte or carbohydrates if the session is too long. If one is exercising in extreme environments, exactly what I mentioned. So if you have trained in colder environment and you are racing in hot and humid environment, you need to add some electrolyte into your water so that your body absorbs more fluid into the muscle, and it works better for you. Or if one is dehydrated with low glycogen stores, so suppose you haven't eaten well, you haven't had enough water on Saturday, and you are running a race on Sunday, you need to rehydrate yourself well on Sunday morning. Plus, you need to add your electrolytes and carbohydrate into your water to perform well for that particular race or your training run on Sunday. If you're running from 60 to 90 minutes, fluid and electrolyte replacement are most important, with carbohydrate replacement need to a lesser extent. So for these kind of runs, the liquid form of carbohydrate, that is 6% carbohydrate solution, it can be your lime water, your sugar, and or honey, and a pinch of black salt that you can make on your own, or ready-made solutions like Gatorade or Fast Enough or Powerade. These products are already available in market over the shelf. You can use one of those products, whatever suits you, whatever tastes you better, for those 60 to 90 minutes of run. If you go over 90 minutes, that means 90 to 120 minutes, up to 2 hours, you need fluid, electrolyte, again carbohydrate replenishment. So 60 to 90 minutes and 90 to 120 minutes is almost same. But if you are hungry, if you feel hungry throughout your run, that means your carbohydrate replenishment is need to be topped up. You can have a gel or a chocolate or dates work good, and you can have raisins, you can have berries during your run. That's light, so 5 6 of them in about 20 minutes of your run. You can have that with your water and electrolyte solution. If you're running for 2 hour plus, this is the game changer. So if you are running for 2 hour plus, your body is already lagging behind your carbohydrate replenishment. There are no glucose stores available in the body. You need your fluid, your water, your electrolytes, your salts, and more complex carbohydrates. You need your gels, you need your dates, you need your berries, you need your raisins, you need your jaggery, whatever suits your body. You need to have that. Plus, you can also add BCAA, which will uh, improve your mental state and improve your focus to finish the run on race. And it also improves the recovery process, so fasten your recovery process, reduces the soreness, improves the muscle working when you are running. So general guidelines during the runs: consume at least 200 to 300 ml of fluid every 10 to 20 minutes. So depends on the heat conditions on which you are running. It can be 150 ml also, it can be 300 ml also. So idea is to keep sipping water every 2 kilometers or a mile. So you need to sip your water or electrolyte replacement, whatever you have, as mentioned above. You need to sip that every 10 to 20 minutes. And you need to add carbs. If you are running more than 120 minutes, try to add carbohydrates to your runs. So idea is to top up your glycogen levels, which is really source of energy when you are doing endurance events. Take zero point 0.7 grams per kg of your body weight. So suppose you weigh about 70 kgs, your carbohydrate demands are 49 grams per hour. So if you are running for good 3 hours, you should be having about 147 grams of carbohydrates. throughout your 3 hour run. So divide it equally into segments. It can be 20 minutes or 40 minutes as your gut takes better. Try to add some carbs into your longer runs. That will prevent the muscle fatigue. That will give you energy to finish your workout or your race, and prevents the feeling of fatigue, and you should be able to carry your long runs and race in a good form. Cheers, guys. Hope this helps. See ya on the track. Signing off, Gagan Arora.